Hello everybody, welcome to video number 2 of my MudBox 101. Just kind of bring everybody up to speed on where I'm at so far. I've finished assembling the box. I've left a piece out of it so I can slide it onto the wheel. I want to take everybody through real quick the different materials that I've used and am going to use to finish the project. Well, first of all, you can tell I actually have stained it already. I used a Minwax stain, red mahogany. I like the darker stains, shows the wood grain. The red that I had bought was a little too light. I didn't like it, so anyway, I went with that. I'm using a urethane to actually seal it. Everything that I'm coating this with will penetrate and seal the wood. So I don't have to worry about moisture getting into the wood. I don't have to worry about it molding or falling apart. I've used this can already and the stain. I put one coat of the spray urethane on the inside, and I've gone 3 coats on the outside and on the top section here. Up to this level will be the truck bed liner on the inside, and then I'll take the paint on urethane and I'll coat the outside of it nice and thick so it has no chance of soaking or deteriorating. The truck bed liner, I went with the truck bed liner because it's thicker and it's more durable than a rubber paint. The rubber paint, I was told, many coats because it doesn't have the coverage quality of the truck bed liner. And it was, I think it was $1.50 more a can. So I was like, yeah, okay. And she said 1 can would do it. So I went in and picked up 2, just to be safe. I have the receipt. I can take it back. So that kind of covers the materials as far as coating it. You'll notice I left a piece out. So when this is picked up and slid on, this piece will actually slide into here. Okay. I picked up some flexible adhesive that I can use in this seam here. Okay. When it slides into here, and like I said, it's flexible, so it'll give and it'll take, and I won't have to worry about it. You know, a solid glue cracking or water dripping through there. So I got that. My idea for my splash ring, like I told you, I bought my Home Depot bucket. Okay, and this is the top ring that was on it, as you can see. And I just took a skill saw and zoop, and cut off the ring. Still have the handle on the bucket, so I can still use it. It was $2.50. I thought it was a pretty good deal. But once this, and I'll show all this stuff in the ending video. I'll make a short video of it all coming together. But for detailed pictures and assembly and everything else, please go to my website. I'll put it on the bottom of the screen. It's www.bangarang.com, and it has high definition pictures of every stage of the process. You know, assembly, staining, coming up with the ideas, It'll have pictures of my blueprint, things like that. And you can contact me through my website. Email me if you want to do this to your own wheel, and I'll send you my plans. And you can do whatever you want. My website and my ideas and everything that I share is just that. It's to share. I'm really not looking for any kind of monetary reimbursement, but rather a sharing of knowledge is kind of where I'm at now in my life. But anyway, enough of that. I got this epoxy, and it's tile, wood, metal, ceramic, glass, and most plastics. I have some of this already. I just didn't have enough left to go around the ring and actually seal this together and then go around the bottom of it. But so I got a new one. So anyway, and it works. It works well. This will actually be adhered in here, but it'll be up underneath this. Let me get these bolts out of here. I'll talk about those in a minute. It'll basically be underneath here, acting as a splash guard against any water coming up underneath. And I thought I would leave it with the lip up, because this will be epoxy to the wood down here. So if water splashes up, it comes up and it's going to be redirected right out instead of and then down, because it'll have a chance to go on the inside. So anyway, that was my idea for that. Back to the original video. Always use the right tools for the job. Now, like I said in the first video, some of the tools that I would be using would be, I used a table saw to cut all my wood. I used a professional compound miter saw to get my angles, okay? And I used a drill, of course, to drill the holes for mounting. And I used a skill saw. Anything that, you know, yeah, the compound miter saw might be a little hard to get a hold of, but check your friends. Somebody might have one. Now, I did use a wood drill bit to actually drill the holes in the wood itself. And the reason I did that is because it has a concave edge on it, and when it self-centers itself with a tip, and the concave edge, once it hits the wood, it'll make a nice clean edge. No burring, no wood chipping up and whatnot. And the reason I did that is because I'm using these carriage bolts. Okay, they have a rounded top and they have a square edge at the bottom. So when it's pulled, it locks into the wood and it won't turn. So having a sharp edge, really important. I just used a regular drill bit to go through the drill. I would use a machine drill, especially if your wheel has a steel plate in it. This plastic cover is nothing more than that. It's just a plastic cover. It probably sits about an eighth of an inch, maybe a quarter of an inch above on these little plastic floaters. But yeah, it was hard to drill through. But I made it the exact size of the bolts. That way there's no play. I mean, there is a little bit of play. Once you tighten it down with these 3/8 inch bolts though, it's not going to go anywhere. So that kind of gives you an idea of everything that has gotten me to this point. Stay tuned. Next video, I'll show everything coming together. And remember, you can go to my website and you can see the steps that I took in order to get where I'm at. And there are a lot of photographs in there. It's a lot easier to photograph things as they're happening rather than try to videotape and do them at the same time. Not to mention the videotape would probably be really long. So anyway, I appreciate everybody watching my videos, and I love the feedback. If you see something that I've done that could have been done better a different way, please email me and let me know. Like I said, I love sharing information, so anything is appreciated. So until the next video, everybody have a good day. Bye-bye.